So in this video, we're looking at the major muscles of the body, and I have my friend Matt here as my model. So starting with the pectoralis major in the chest area, it's a thick fan-shaped muscle of the chest. Flexion, adduction and internal rotation of the humerus are enabled by the pecs. Moving on to your deltoids. So the deltoids in the large triangular shaped muscle which give the shoulder its rounded contour. They're also responsible for arm rotation, and it stops dislocation and injury of the humerus. Moving on here now to the biceps. So the biceps here are the large muscle that lies on the front of the upper arm between the shoulder and the elbow. Moving to the rectus abdominis here. So the rectus abdominis at the front of your abdominal wall, your 6 or 8 pack muscle. It's a long muscle that moves the body between the ribcage and the pelvis. And then we have the obliques as well. The obliques are the internal and external obliques located on the side of the abs, running from the hips through to the ribcage. You've then got the forearm flexors located within the forearm, and then the transverse abdominis deep within the abdominal wall. The transverse abdominis, a flat, thin sheet of abdominal wall under the obliques. It provides thoracic and pelvic stability. And then moving on just onto the back, the trapezius and the rhomboids. So the traps, the trapezius, are a large superficial back muscle, stabilizes and moves the scapula. And then the rhomboids are a collective group of muscles in the upper back, important in upper limb movement and stability of both shoulder girdle and scapula. We then have the triceps here at the back of the upper arm, a large extensor muscle in the back of the other arm. And then the latissimus dorsi, the largest muscle group of the upper body, helps extend, move and rotate the shoulder joints. Then deep within the back are the erector spinae, the deep muscles of the back. It moves the vertebral column, helps maintain posture by steadying the spine and the pelvis during walking. And just moving in front, thanks Matt. From here we have the hip flexors. So a group of muscles, the hip flexors at the top of the thighs that let you walk, kick, bend and swivel your hips. We then move down to the quadriceps in the upper leg. 4 individual muscles, they form the main bulk of the thigh and are collectively one of the most powerful muscles in the body. And then the adductors, 3 powerful muscles of the thigh which draw the leg towards the median, the center line of the body, but many other muscle groups could also be called adductors. And then the anterior tibialis, the largest of the 4 muscles in the anterior parts of the lower leg. And then moving on to your glutes. The glutes here are the 3 muscles which comprise the gluteal region, or the buttocks. And then the abductors, which is actually any muscle that causes movement of a limb away from the midline of the body. And then moving down to the hamstring at the back of the leg, a group of 3 muscles which act predominantly to flex the knee. And then the gastrocnemius, the chief muscle of the calf of the leg, which flexes the knee and foot. It runs from the Achilles heel from the femur. And then the soleus, the broad muscle in the lower calf, which flexes the foot to point the toe downwards. Our final 2 muscles are the diaphragm. So the diaphragm in the chest area is a big dome-shaped muscle used in respiration, located just below the heart and the lungs. And finally, the intercostal muscles, the muscles between your ribs. It allows the ribcage to expand and contract so one can breathe.